My name is Kenny Holt, and I'm the Dean of the Young School of Business, Technology, and Design. I've always felt called to business. That's something that I had an interest in beginning all the way back in high school. So I was always thinking in terms of, I'm going to go out and I'm going to learn business at Union. I went on to graduate school at LSU, got a master's degree in economics, and then I went into the investment business, which I thought was one of the grandest things ever. And that was where I really thought that I was going to be called to serve, was in that field. I realized that it wasn't the investment side that I was gifted by God. It was more the instructional side. Many times I would be in the brokerage office and I would have the brokers around me and I'd be teaching them. I remember thinking one day, that's really what I love to do. And so when God gave me the opportunity to transition that into teaching full-time, it was just a perfect marriage of how God had equipped me at that point in time in order to be able to serve Him through educating students about business. Here at LCU, one of the great things about this university is that the university is committed to the integration of faith. They're committed to the Christian worldview. And so that allows us the freedom then to build programs, to go in and conduct our classroom in a way that's consistent with the integration of faith in our learning. We have to be able to allow our faith to inform what we do in our teaching. Let our faith inform our research. Let our faith inform what we do in the classroom. Let our faith inform how we interpret the many fields that we teach. And that's really easy to do in business. There are many different ways that we can bring that in. We were able then to build from scratch an MBA program that is rooted in the Christian worldview that prepares our students to go out and think and act Christianly in their occupations. And I was sitting in chapel here in the first few weeks that I arrived on campus. And in that chapel, we were going through that chapel series, we were going through the book of Colossians. And it was a scripture that was used in the book of Colossians that they read that day. And I just completely zoned out of whatever the speaker was saying that day, because I became so focused on that verse and how I thought it was laying the foundation for what we wanted to do in our MBA program and the MSL program, trying to help students be rooted in biblical principles and rooted in the purposes that God has for us to work and has for us. But then that verse goes on to say something that's even more astounding as it applies to what we're doing in Christian education here at LCU and the Young School of Business. The next part says, beware lest anyone cheat you through philosophy and empty deceit, according to the tradition of men, according to the basic principles of the world, and not according to Christ. For in Him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily, and you are complete in Him. There are so many other MBA programs, including a few from faith-based schools, where they have adopted the worldly philosophy. And as the verse says, they're literally cheating students by teaching them these worldly philosophies that are leading them down the wrong path and leading them in the wrong ways to be thinking about business. And so we had the opportunity here to create this program that, again, it was informed fully by the Christian worldview and biblical principles. And so we endeavor to root everything we do in biblical principles so that we help prepare our students to live, to think, to serve Christianly through the Christian worldview. We are called, whatever our task may be, to serve heartily unto God. And so that means we have to pursue everything we do with excellence. The results so far have been outstanding. If we look at the outbound assessments that our students have taken, right now, if you compare what our students at LCU are doing to other big schools, what you find is our students are blowing the rest of them out of the water. We're in the 99 percentile of the outbound assessment of all the students who go through MBA programs and other faith-based schools. So what that tells us is not only are we doing this the right way through a Christian worldview, we're also pursuing it with excellence so that our students are coming out equipped to be able to think Christianly, but they're also equipped with all that they need to know to be highly competitive in today's business world.